I would like to welcome today. My name is Bastian Nominacher, and it's a great honor for me to introduce you today to process mining. I would like to utilize this pitch to introduce you what process mining can do. Basically, process mining is a big data analytics technology that gives you full transparency about your processes. So with our technology, an SAP user sees in real time how his actual processes are running, and we are utilizing HANA to accomplish this fact. As I will show you on my first slide, I would like to tell you how is the whole thing working, how we're utilizing the HANA. So in the core of our technology is really the fact that we deliver the customer, and I will show you this in 1 minute in a live demo. I brought you a live demo from a procurement to pay context, so a very strong field for SAP customers. We deliver them with a picture how their processes are running. It's not only a picture, it's a platform to analyze the processes. Imagine you have a technology where you can drill down in any part of your organization and track down where things are going wrong, where you need to improve to get better and more compliant. How we are doing this, how is this actually happening and possible? We are utilizing the fact that IT systems like SAP are storing a lot of implicit information about the user behavior, how they're using the different masks and transactions. So we have this kind of digital footprints there. This is really enormous amounts of data. This can be several terabytes or even 2-digit terabyte sizes if we're talking about Fortune 500 companies. So we take this kind of data and put it into the HANA platform, apply the Celonis algorithms, and then we get this technology out. And I will show this to you in a minute. But beforehand, we should talk about the value, what you get out of it. Because without a good value, we cannot sell it, we cannot grow. Basically, we are not creating any kind of value for our customers. So what can you do with process mining? You can basically reduce the complexity because you have a total transparency what's going on. So you get more compliant. Big companies like Siemens or Bayer are utilizing our technology on a global basis to track down corruption in their procurement and order-to-cash processes. But you can also cut out the waste of your processes by getting more quicker and operating more according to process standards. So let us switch to the live demo so I can show you how process mining is working in reality. What you can see here is a Celonis system which I brought to you, and I promised you an example from a procure-to-pay example. So we have here a process with roughly 18,000 process instances, so purchase orders, a volume of 30 million euros, which is analyzed. So what you see here is really the process steps, how this procurement process is running. So we have data purchase requisition, the business wants to buy something, then we have the purchase order created, approved, the procurement department is working with the goods coming in, invoice received and payment. What is very important, nothing of this is pre-modeled. If you give me the SAP data of any SAP customer, then you see this picture in real time with the actual process elements. So if they are not using purchase requisitions, we won't see them. Nonetheless, so you would tell me, Bastian, this process looks so standardized, why do I need process mining? Everything is according to textbook and everything is fine. And then I will tell you, we have a technology where we can really go down. We want to see the reality, not only the high level view. So I'm increasing now the coverage, a feature to drill down, and what you see now on the screen is we see different process variants occurring, which are in the data. So we see, for example, invoice received before goods received. So the invoice comes in before we have goods delivered. This is a problem which we see at every SAP customers. We are running this for a lot of SAP customers, and typically compliance and internal audit is cutting down onto this because it violates the policies, and you also risk losing money because your cash discount rate, deadline runs out. Just one example, there are a lot more of them. I don't want to spare you the full reality. Let us go to 100%, and now we see the whole mess, how it's going on. And this is a really simple example. Now imagine you would do this for the supply chain of a big automotive supplier with 10 or 100 million transactions. Celonis can handle this thanks to HANA and gives them the insight to go into this. Furthermore, we can really ask any kind of questions because we have a very powerful data model. So what I could do now is, I could, for example, ask myself, how is the process looking, not for the entire organization, but only for the retail unit. So I click on the retail unit, select it, and what we see here, we have a lot of price and amount changes going on. So they have to touch and retouch the purchase orders, which is basically a waste of money. You have to take in mind, typically such a transaction costs you 108 euro from here to there, according to the industry associations. So we can go onto this. Through HANA, we can really analyze a lot and find out, for example, where there are also bottlenecks in the process. I showed you that price and amount changes are an issue because they basically waste time from the people working with them, but they also waste time in delivering the purchase order. So we see here, if we go directly, we have 6.6 days, but if we go via this side step, it's 3.8 plus 6.1, so 3 days lost. And this is just a small example. With process mining, you get full transparency and can really cut down on your costs and your compliance issues. And I would really now jump to my last slide and summarize the whole thing for you and speak a bit how we are working with Startup Focus and the Innovation Center. Can you please show the last slide? Oh. So I would like to summarize my presentation. Why is process mining such a great HANA use case? It's applicable to any single existing SAP customer running the business suite, running the SAP CRM system, or other technology on top of the SAP stack. So this is a huge market size, and they're all in need of it, because SAP is a technology to run the process better. With process mining, you can run them even better, because you get more transparency. You can work in the part of the processes where you still have inefficiencies going on. We are talking here about the real big data challenge. This can be terabytes of data, which we have to analyze in real time to enable such kind of a real-time experience. And there's a great value to the customer. This shows you why we have such kind of a huge demand. We are still a very young company. We never required any kind of external customers because we are proudly funded by our customers who have a lot of interest into this. And so I think process mining is really a very good fit with HANA, and I would especially like to thank SAP for the good support which we received. The Startup Focus program and the Innovation Center have helped us a lot on the technical side. We are certified, we are fully integrated with the SAP stack, the different versions, products, to run this on an enterprise scale for Fortune 500 companies, but also on the market enablement side, where we now partner with large SAP partners to resell our solution to deliver services and also doing projects. For example, we're currently doing a project for one of the top 25 SAP customers to analyze their production processes. So thank you very much. If you want to learn more about process mining, talk to me or my colleagues or visit us at our booth. Thank you very much.